Andy, a much needed 3 points for you today.
Absolutely. I said to you on Thursday, next game I think we knew the importance of it, positionally wise in the league, the run that we've been on, the run that they'd been on, and I think it's a reward for the group, the players, the staff, the football club. It's been a difficult period for obvious reasons, but we've stuck together, we've kept our beliefs. It wasn't a vintage performance in terms of with the ball, and we were under pressure, it seemed like, for most of the second half, and we couldn't quite get that last pass away, or we missed an opportunity, or we decided to block our own shot or whatever it was. But we defended our box with so much courage and bravery and leadership, and the guys, I've just said to them now, I'm so proud to work with all of them, because they really do care. They want to do so much for this football club, and it's about time we won a game.
Conditions were obviously very difficult to play in, but I suppose you had to manage those as well as the expectation and the game itself as well. That must have been pretty difficult.
Yeah, the conditions obviously played a part, and when we got up this morning, you could see how windy and blustery it was, and I think to travel, our supporters who travelled down here today, now we were lucky enough to come down yesterday, but I think it's is it a 400-mile round trip? I think so. Massive thank you to them, and it's about time we rewarded them with 3 points. It hasn't been for the want of trying, believe me, and we were all giving absolutely everything, and sometimes small moments within games that define the results, and sometimes you come down the right side of it and sometimes you don't, but I'm just proud and pleased that we've been rewarded as a group for sticking to what we believe in.
It was always about being clinical and getting somebody in between the posts, and Ollie gets in between the posts and gets that goal that his performances this season have deserved quite a lot, but he had to be there to do it, didn't he?
Yeah, and it's a constant message from us for when we're attacking crosses that we have to get someone across the near post, and it was a set play, but I believe Ben Garrett is probably the best in the league at doing that. The way he arrives in that near post area, he does it time and time again, whether it's from free play or from set plays, and he gets that decisive touch. And because of their setup, we knew that Ollie had to work to get back on side, because obviously he's left free, and it was close. It was a close decision, and luckily we've come down on the right side of it today.
You had to weather the storm, literally and figuratively, in the second half, but sometimes you've got to win like that. You've got to dig in, haven't you? They can't all be free-flowing attacking football. Sometimes you've got to really dig in and win, and that must have been pleasing as well, to see that side of your team.
Listen, if you only win games of football when you're playing excellent football, unfortunately you won't win many games. You have to find different ways and different styles and show different qualities to win a game of football, and for most of the second half we were under the cosh. I don't know how many corners and set plays they've had. It seemed like hundreds, but we defended them well. Connor, save wise, I'm not sure how much he had to do in terms of what I would class as a proper save, but yeah, we sort of say defended our box so well. I wish we could have got that second goal, and we probably had opportunities to do it, but we couldn't, so we had to go right to the end and made a few changes to try and see the game out, but say it's massive credit to the players for coming through this period of time we have done, and one result doesn't make us a great team, but we've got to keep finding solutions, and we've got to make this game the start of a more positive run of results.
I was going to say, you know, one swallow doesn't make a summer, does it? But you must surely be hopeful that this is a bit of a turning point now.
Listen, we have to do everything in what's in our control to try and make that happen. You can't. There's so many things you have to try and get right to win a game of football, and we've come sometimes on the wrong side of those fine margins, and I think these games we should have won, but we haven't. So you can't feel sorry for yourselves. You've got to keep looking at it. You've got to keep reviewing it, look at your own performance, your own contribution to that game, and we've had to stick together. And say as a group, I'm proud of every one of them.
Ethan Chislett, okay. I know he had to come off because of the shoulder, but is that? Do you know the extent of that yet?
No, I think he's okay. I thought he was just about starting to run out of gas a little bit, and he'd done an amazing amount of work, and it's brilliant for young Bailey to get on the pitch and make his league debut as a first year scholar. And again, that's credit to the football club that we've now created that pathway and a reward for if you're doing well within the U team, and in our current state because of injuries, these guys are going to get an opportunity, and I'm more than prepared to give them that chance. I'm not going to be a manager who's not going to play young players. I want to play young players. I believe in them. I think they bring so much to the group, and Reece makes his league debut against today, and will have learnt so much from this game in terms of how he moves forward. But yeah, proud of the whole football club.
I know you won't single players out, but Jesse Deborah, I think in particular, the last few games has kind of grown into his role, and he's making it really hard for you to change things up there because of how consistent he's been more than anything.
Yeah, he came to see me in the afternoon of the Derby game, really disappointed that he wasn't starting the game, and I said to him from where he'd come from to where he was currently, he was really close, and he had every right to be disappointed. But he stayed in the team today based on what he's done since then and the consistency of his performances. And as I said to you guys on Thursday, if players are playing well, they deserve to keep the shirt, and that's what will happen. It's been tough over these last weeks and months because of the amount of injuries we've had, and we've still got players missing today. But if you play to that level, you deserve to play the next game.
Last one. How do you feel tonight? I imagine a big sigh of relief for getting that league win after such a long time.
Yeah, listen, you're trying to control yourself, aren't you, and lead the group and try not to get influenced by results and show almost that up and down characteristic wise. Yet I've obviously been disappointed with results, obviously, because this is my life as well. You know, I care so much about football, and in particular this football club, and I've been trying my very best to pinpoint and solve the problems that we've been having. But I say it's about us collectively trying to keep looking and reviewing and improve our own performances, and that includes me as well.